Paris nights, hotel cost his life. Now that place holds a different life. Not just a city, not just a room. That's when my heart learned a new tune. Wake up under different skies, fall asleep with the same thoughts in mind. Distance never learned our truth and never could have died for you. Everything feels still and right. Love can live in quiet distance.
It's all for you, bro.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah?
Growing boy.
One day you'll be tall like me.
Hopefully. Inshallah. You want some coffee?
I'd love some, bro.
What a silly question. Of course you want some coffee.
Thanks, bro.
So you're gonna eat all of this for breakfast?
Rebecca may have ordered a little too much, and you guys aren't eating.
Listen, I normally try and eat, but like I said, I like to fast in the morning.
What's it called? Tangerine?
Yeah. In South Africa, we call it a nachi.
You want an Archie?
Actually tempting, but no thank you.
Sure.
Yeah. You pronounce that well. Your lacquer is not good though.
I'm a quarter South African. I have a South African driver's license, I'll have you know.
And work permit.
Forgot about that. Do I need to renew that?
No.
I have a South African work permit, South African driver's license. We have schools in South Africa. I have a South African best friend.
You have a South African chef. You got a South African barber. In Dubai.
You guys have taken over my life. What the fuck?
Bro, why do I keep meeting girls I have to flirt with on Google Translate, bro?
No, that's what I'm saying, bro. I think that's your niche.
Some pain au chocolat.
Je regarde les autres.
We're on an art gallery thing, huh?
Yeah,
I'm forcing you to do this.
trying to be more cultural.
You don't really like art.
You know what? I like it. I don't know, maybe I'm uncultured. Not uncultured, I guess maybe I just don't have the brain capacity to understand it.
You just don't care.
No, bro, you know, it's whether it's art or like, even what's the one in school? I did well with one. The one where you just write. Is that English? There's like literature and then
Creative writing.
there's like two different ones.
Creative writing, no?
Point is, there's one where you like actually do writing, and then there's one where you like interpret writing.
Yes.
I hated interpreting the writing. They're like, oh, why did he say?
Yeah.
And then I woke up. Like, what are the 15 different meanings? I'm like, I don't know, maybe you just fucking woke up. And maybe it's not that deep.
It's not that deep, yeah.
And I find art can be like that as well.
The last time I
The
went to-
intensity with the brush stroke is an ode to the intensity and pain he was going through in his life.
It's not that deep, bro.
No, yeah.
Man was just tripping on mushrooms.
I mean, it could be that deep,
Yeah.
but it could also not be. And there's also like no need, I need to spend 745,000 euros on this art piece where he just took a brush and just splattered it.
Yeah, but that's different. This is a different art, bro.
No, I know. No, like, you know, like the art where it's like, okay, you can tell this took like 6 months or a year or like 3 years to put together.
Yeah.
Like, that's different to me. I mean, the more like interpretive, like abstract art, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I'm like, you literally just did this in like one day.
No, yeah, I agree.
But hey,
Well,
I'm not the right person to speak to about art and that stuff.
all right, enough of this museum.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Go grab a beer.
Sure.
Beer, no, is that local?
I don't know if they'll hit the same like the UK.
Beer and a croissant.
I think it's more like coffee and a croissant.
Yeah, that's lame.
Croissant.
Croissant.
Can I just get a can I just get a croissant? One croissant. And for you? I think I'm just going to get a croissant too, please. Just the two croissants. Croissant.
You're over fragrances?
Not over fragrances, it's just expensive. Took too much bandwidth.
How many do you travel with?
I traveled with 4, but I broke one in Scotland. You always make fun of me because I travel with the samples in the airplane.
Yeah, I know.
Bro, that's a travel hack. When you buy perfume, normally the salesman will gift you gifts. They'll make an effort to like say, hey, can you give me some more samples or travel packs? Then when you're on the plane, when you're on the train, whatever, you always keep in here. I don't even know if oh my gosh, look at that. Just like that, right? Then if you know you're in a situation where you want to smell good, where you've just been traveling, quick little spray, ba 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 bum, you're good to go, bro. You're always ready. But that's what samples are good for. And you can also test out a scent before committing to it. But yeah, I recommend buying a scent because it shows that you're a buyer, you're not just a cheapskate. And then just speak to the sales rep, just be like, yo, listen, I want to buy more. Can you give me a bunch of samples? And they normally offload that shit because they get so much. Normally when I go buy, they give me like boxes of samples. So yeah, little scent travel hack. It's been working for me. Iman laughs at me. We'll come out of the terminal and be like, did you just spray cologne? I'm like, yeah, I did, bro. So what? I'm trying to smell good. Anyway. So we're on the way to the Sacré-Cœur.
Sacré bleu.
What's Sacré bleu?
I think it means like, oh my gosh. But also it could mean something totally different. You need to learn some more French.
Bro, I had this realization last time. I'm like, do we travel way too much? Not that it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's like always trying to adapt to the cultures and languages. I'm saying da to a Spanish person. I'm saying si to a Russian person.
It gets confusing, especially considering you're from like 12 countries, depending on the night and the girl you're speaking to. No way! I'm a quarter Albanian as well.
Bro, if you think about it, I am. We're all one. So yeah, we gotta bring the A12 here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the car culture, like, it's just not a big... Even last year when we brought the Persingway over from London, bro, I remember people were freaking out. Persingway is a decent looking car, but the A12 is like beautiful. They don't have many nice cars in Paris, so even just rolling around in a wagon, bro, people turn heads. But I think Persian people are people of taste, so they appreciate a nice spec. Even the gentleman at Cost, he's like, wow, those are very nice wheels.
To be fair, the wagon also gets attention in London.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
For you, it does. And to me, it doesn't really get.
When I cruise,
Really?
I'm like, wow. People are like, yo, that's sick.
I don't think it's the wagon, bro. I think it's you. I think people are like, yo, is that Alex?
No, they're like, who the fuck is that nipper baby? Driving that specced out G63. Can barely see over the steering wheel. Bumping fucking Drizzy. Tea-time, 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 boom. Just driving through Soho. Tea-time like I got a cup of this shit. Tea-time.
Like this kind of possible.
I feel like if you put la or le in front of any word, it sounds French. Le snack, le hotel, la beer,
The house.
le house, le galerie.
No, but you didn't say gallery. You literally said like the French. No, you can't.
You know what I mean? I'm putting the accent, but
Le cigarette.
le cigarette,
Le glasses.
le heels. Dude, bro, literally I know how to speak French now, bro.
Famous soup.
Famous soup.
Yeah, it's super famous in France.
I thought I saw sandwich there.
That's coming after.
Oh, it's a starter.
This is a starter, bro. Well, you thought this was your entire meal.
I was like, I'll have the same, bro. Onion soup, okay. I'm gonna give this a review. Right. Not a soup guy. When we were at that Russian restaurant last week with Iman's mom, I got pressured into eating borscht, which is a Russian beetroot soup. It was pretty good, but I'm not a soup guy. Pretty good. I think it's a texture thing. Like, I don't like to drink my food.
Makes sense.
You know?
Wasted space.
Like, I'd rather drink my beer. Do you put bread on it?
Yeah, of course. When you drink your food, less space for the beer or the flavored vodka.
Does that make sense? Yeah, you would have to go. Do you? pee out soup.
What?
You know what I mean? It's like when you drink, you have to pee it out. When you eat, you have to.
Yeah, bro, I assume so.
Le premier bonheur du jour, c'est un ruban de soleil qui s'enroule sur ta main.
One of my best friends growing up was French.
Yeah.
And he always used to play the song Futakagul Fatal Bazooka. I think it's like a troll song. I don't really know what this is.
Ouais gros, c'est Fatal Bazooka. Fatal Bazooka. Quand c'est l'hiver, quand ça fait froid, qu'une chose à faire gars, écoute ça. Représente le hardcore des montagnes en direct de la Savoie.
Why don't we make a song like that?
Are you gonna rap and act like that?
I could do. I just want one feature on your new album.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, say less.
How much for a feature?
Me?
Like how much do I have to pay you?
You just gotta intro me to either Stormzy or Russ. Get me a Russ intro and we can talk.
You and Russ would be good on a song together.
I would love to do a song with Russ.
You guys are similar.
Russ.
Yeah, you're both authors. When are you putting author in your bio?
Gotta keep them guessing, bro. I don't like labels.
You can't box me
You
in.
can't box me in, bro. Modern day Da Vinci, bro. I'm a tastemaker. How's the stocks looking? What's the stock market saying?
Well, not much, bro. It's just pretty much just hanging around all-time highs.
Tell me when to offload my cash, bro. I'm ready.
I stopped DCing. It's
You stopped?
Yeah, I stopped. Which I know you shouldn't do, but oh well. I just... Who knows? We could look back in 1 year and I could look like a fucking idiot, but... Remember like 100...
Isn't DCAing fundamentally
I know.
just...
Not timing the market, I know. I know what DCAing is. I've been doing it every Tuesday for a long time.
Then why stop?
Because, I don't know, bro. I just don't have any faith in the market.
Don't you hire people to do that high level investment for you?
I do, but I also just feel like you also just have to have some conviction in your worldview. And like there's certain things like I just know I don't know what I don't know. And then there's certain things like, yeah, I don't know. I just...
The tracky boys, huh? Cozy.
You like your grey tracksuits.
Dude, it's just cozy. It's warm. I need to get a black one in this. Shout out Skims. Kim K, if you hear me, you know where to find me.
Where?
She knows. Just look at her DMs. She's gonna look at
How many DM slides do you think you do a year?
me. I don't do a lot. I don't do to strangers. Well, no, okay, I lie. I don't do cold outreach to girls.
How do you, okay, like let's say you see a girl that's fire on Insta. How you shooting? What's your protocol?
Does she follow me yet?
No.
I like the highlights. So I go through her highlights.
Do they get notifications of that?
Yeah.
Highlights.
Yeah. So there's no paper trail. So you don't look like you're just spamming their feed.
Why don't you just like their story?
Well, that's if they have a story up. But I kind of low-key spam the highlights. Not too bad, like 4 likes max. Just get their attention, see if they react. Sometimes normally what happens is they'll react by liking one of your posts. And it's like, okay, let's break bread. Then I hit the follow. Because women don't normally like to follow first.
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion. To me. I don't know about your case. Your case, it's the opposite.
And what's next?
Then you wait for, I just wait for my opportunity, bro. Like I like to reply on their story. Like I like to comment on something that they're doing. They're in a certain restaurant we know, or if they're in a certain country that we've been to, where you can give a recommendation like, oh my gosh, you're here, have you been to this place? Oh hi, yeah I have, why? Oh no I haven't, tell me more. I try to find some common ground, keep it super chilled.
Is this maybe the first time we should announce something that you've been talking about for probably about 3 fucking years at this point?
No, because someone's gonna steal my idea.
No, because if we document it here, because we've been saying it privately to so many people, someone could jack your idea, whereas if you say it publicly now, if someone does it, they know that this is where it originated from.
No.
Why don't we find out?
Alright, hear me out, channel. You guys planted the seed, not me. But a lot of you are like, oh my gosh, Alex, you're so short. I'm like, it's never really been a thing in my life. It's not a disposition, it's a fact. I'm like, we're all born with certain physical pros and cons. I don't see myself as short, and it's never been a disability or a disadvantage, should I say.
You just call it disability?
Anyway, long story short, I never looked at myself as disadvantaged because of my height. Never stopped me from getting attractive women, right? So over the years, as my personal brand has grown, I get a lot of DMs from you guys like, hey Alex, from a short king to another short king, how do you find yourself around pretty women? And this is more common than you guys realize. So I was thinking of doing digital product on how to get laid under 6 foot. I think I'd be doing honest work, bro.
Bro, I think you'd be doing God's work.
Yeah. If you guys want the info product, let me know. I might consider.
Let us know. Alex is gonna drop it. It's gonna be $69. The refund policy is fuck off.
Yeah. It's like herpes, it never goes away.
Can't get rid of it.
Can't get rid of it. Just recurring payments.
Yeah, $69 a month.
The rest of your life, bro.
Any sort of skill, any kind of service, whether that's thumbnail designing, copywriting, sales, honestly do anything just as long as you don't do trading, e-com, anything where you lose money. Like
it's such a saturated market now. I'm looking at my reach, everyone's doing it, everyone's trading. All these influencers will tell you what to do, buy this.
No, I mean, I don't. Technically, trading can't get saturated. It's more just like I don't like people risking a lot of money when they're first starting out. So like, of course, you know, you work hard and whatnot. I just don't want you working hard, saving up 3,500 or 5K, and then you blow all your money on a couple trades.
You see lots of people do stuff like that.
Bro, so fucking many people do that. Or waste all their money on e-com, like running ads. And like we have physical product business. They're very difficult, and it's fine when you got money in the bank. So just learn any skill, sell that skill, take on a couple free clients, work up your way from there. There's no guarantee on when you're going to succeed. Like you don't know when you'll succeed, but I can guarantee you're not going to fail because you can keep trying because it doesn't cost you any money. Whereas if you're trying other models, if you're trying trading or e-com or anything that like has a large capital expenditure, you have one shot at it or maybe a couple shots at it, and then if you blow all your capital, you're done. So yeah, I just like for beginners anything where it's impossible to fail as long as you keep trying.
Sometimes people just need a push.
Yeah, bro.
They know the answers.
Yeah, no, he knows the answers. He's got everything going in his favor. 18, clearly hardworking, because I always talk about it how you're fortunate that you had that, or unfortunate or fortunate that you had that context of like working your traditional job, like a 9-to-5 job, and how fucking laborious it can be. And I think I unfortunately didn't have that because I just went straight into having a business at 16. So I guess I had my own headaches that came with it, but bro, fuck man, I just see like so many young people these days and they just don't want to put the work in.
Yeah.
Like I was putting in the work for my business from a young age. You were putting in work in a 9-to-5 from a young age. And I think, yeah, a lot of people just want they want the public victory without any private victories to go into it. And the reason I say all that is like, because clearly, bro, like he knows how to fucking work. Like this sort of 9-to-5 will drain you. So the work ethic is there 100%. It's just a matter of focusing it and just getting out your own way. Because he said like he knew all the answers. So yeah, it's as I said, people most of the time know what they need to do. They just need to get out their own way or have someone in their corner to push them. And I think that's why, as cliche as it sounds, that's why you have to invest in yourself in some way, shape, form, or fashion, because a lot of times you just need accountability or you need to make a commitment. Like when you invest, whether that's in self-education or that's a piece of equipment or for your work, like this new venture you're gonna go into, like whatever it is, as long as it's not foolish. Like I always that's why I'm also apprehensive about people blowing money on stuff like ads for their e-com business or trading or this or that, because you can genuinely be left with nothing. You know, if you invest in a camera at the end of the day, you can still sell the camera for what, maybe a 20% loss after however long. If you invest in your education, you carry that shit for life. But it always just makes me so happy to see when someone young and hungry and like going after it and making no fucking like excuses or complaints or like, that's my favorite type of person who's like putting in the work, knows what hard work is, and knows that like if they just find the right vehicle, have a bit of leverage, change their approach slightly, like sky's the limit for them.
Private terminal vibes?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to tell the viewers a bit of a how to rich hack?
Yeah, so let me know in the comments
because it's going to take a lot of time. And if I'm being entirely honest, the way that I'm going to do it is like I'm going to make financially, like there's no upside to it. It's more just for legacy. I've always toyed with the idea of writing a book. It's just, a lot of the books out there can be set in, the title tells you what the book is about. So I have a very different way that I approach things, but one part of the book or one sliver, one chapter of the book would basically be, I was thinking maybe even having this as its own book in of its own self, how to rich write. Because growing up, before I even had any means, I'm like, no one gives you a guide or a playbook on like, what do you do when you have money? How do you spend it right? And over the years, I've really gotten it down to science of what to spend money on, what not to spend money on. It's like one of the things I get most passionate about when I talk to people, because I'm like, just because you have money, I don't think you should spend it frivolously. Like you should spend it on things that are worth it. And in my opinion, one of the best things in terms of increasing your life quality is private terminals. So most people aren't aware, but majority of major airports have a private terminal for commercial flights. So we're flying from Paris now to Dubai. Private, that would cost anywhere from $80,000 to $120,000. Whatever, let's just call it about $100,000. And that's one way, whereas first class ticket, I think it's like 5,000 euros, something like that. Alex's business, whatever that is, 3,000, whatever, 8,000 euros, okay? So call it $10,000 for the commercial flight. Now Emirates first class, in my opinion, is nicer, or I prefer the experience of flying private for anything longer than 3 hours. And I think I definitely learned that when we flew a BBJ once, a long haul, like 2 years ago. And I was like, honestly, Emirates first class is better, even though it was like a 30-person jet and there was like 4 of us. So all of that to say, the only thing that isn't super nice about commercial flights is, of course, the general airport experience. And that's why if you compare private terminals with a good airline, because here's the thing, there's some unfortunate, there are some airlines that just aren't up to scratch. I won't name any specific names, but
British. Sorry, I sneezed.
So for here, the private terminal is 4,800 euros. So whatever, let's call that. I know it's not exactly, but let's call it $6,000. So $6,000, you can fit up to 4 people. It doesn't change price. Then in Dubai, the private terminal it's the equivalent of about $750 per person, and they charge per person. Once again, for me now, it's $1,500 plus $6,000 here, $7,500 for the private aspect of it. And once again, as an individual who's been quite blessed and fortunate to fly private a lot, these commercial private terminals are nicer than majority of the private terminals I've been to. So you've got one way, $10,000 you're spending on the flights for a first and a business class ticket. Then you've got $7,500 for the private terminal aspect. Now you're $17,500 in for one-way travel, compared to if you flew private, it's 100,000. Now, even more than that, CDG in Paris, they have a full, commercial section, but there's some airports that you fly into. Like, for example, when you go to New York. When you go to New York, they don't have a private terminal. Like LA, for example, they've got the suites. So same thing, you land, this applies for when you're leaving or when you're coming in. So when we land now in Dubai, we'll get taken straight into the car, drive straight to a private terminal. They'll collect all our bags, they'll put it out in front. Alex and I will just chill, eat whatever, do some work. Our driver's outside already, and everything just flows smoothly. Now that's the best way that you can go about it, but there's also some more affordable ways that you can go about it as well. Most airports have a VIP service. So for 250 or 300 euros, you've got someone that meets you at the airport, and you basically just skip every single queue. So even if you're flying domestic, to me, that's just so much time saving. Even if you're flying business class, you're still gonna have to go in all the same lines, whatever, you get fast track and all this stuff. But these individuals will literally, from the moment you get in, they're gonna take your luggage, you're gonna get fast tracked through the entire airport. Sometimes, once again, it's dependent from airport to airport, you're gonna literally get taken through the staff entrance and exits, and it's 300 euros. I understand 4,800 euros to basically, sit in a lounge and be comfortable and get driven straight to a car. I understand that could be a large financial outlay, and that could be something that you do later on in life. The first step could just be this VIP meet and greet, because honestly, there's just nothing better than skipping all the queues, skipping all the lines. Even when you get to passport control, literally just take you straight to the front, and it's 250 or 300 euros. So this is one of hundreds of ways to rich right. And as I said, this is coming from someone who has tested long haul private, short haul private, and I have a whole strategy. It's literally it's a science now. When we fly private, when we fly commercial, there's multiple factors that go into it. I think in life, when you can make your life as effortless as possible, when you can make your life as enjoyable and pleasant as possible. It allows space for the things that actually matter. Time with family, whatever projects you're working on. Like, it's just, you don't want to deal with the day-to-day stresses of airport and this and that, but you also don't want to be the idiot that thinks, okay, cool, let me just always fly private. Because honestly, majority of the time, you can get a equal to, sometimes even better experience for much cheaper. So yeah, that's like one part of many, many, many chapters that I would think about releasing with my book, How to Rich Write. So yeah, let me know, because I'm basically gonna have to like get every single journal entry I've ever written. Even with my mom the other day, like she brought like my notepad. I didn't even know like she still had those. And it was showing like my business plan when I first started my agency. Like I was like, yo, this is crazy. So it's gonna be basically like 6 months locking myself in a cabin somewhere and just collating every single journal, every single entry, digital, physical, photos, life lessons, like all these things. So it's gonna be a big project for literally zero financial return, because I would never go the publisher route and someone tells me what to say and my schedule and I have to make things vanilla. Like I'm just not, that's one of the apprehensions I've had around writing a book, is like, I just don't want to, I just don't want it to be a body of work that's for the publishers or to hit quota, or for it to be a New York Times bestseller. And it's like, it's just like one of those feel-good stuff. Like I just want to keep it 100% real and 100% honest. So yeah, if that's something you guys want, let me know.